And recording. 4, 5. Aloha and welcome back, buddies. I'm Sammy Grayson. Here with me, our Tribe Force of Doom and Red Nova.
Sup?
Hello.
And welcome to the 0.5 story for Shadowbringers. Meaning we're almost done.
Yep.
With a shadow on the lap.
Yep, with Cat. Right. Between us and the end of this expansion, we have a dungeon and a solo duty, at least.
Yep.
So once more, unto the breach. Good news, Harris. Tancred and Urianger finished the tour of Garlemald and are on their way back even as we speak. As we still haven't heard anything on the towers from the Alliance, I'm hoping they might be able to shed some light on things. They're due to arrive any moment now, so let's see what they have to say, eh? Cutscene. Hi, Tancred. Fresh problemos.
Shadow, please. All right. Off to El Amigo.
Yeah. Strange happenings in Garlemald.
Oh yeah. On Shadowbringer news, one or two friends have actually beaten base Shadowbringers.
Yeah, I remember seeing someone putting out the call for that the other day. Or was it yesterday?
I believe
whatever.
it was yesterday.
Well, good for them. Hope they enjoyed it.
Hello. Meh, meh, meh. a mount, damn it.
I was about to say, you doing okay over there?
I found a lookout spot.
Ah.
I'm gonna go on mount up here and then drop down to it. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I was like, on the mount, flying over, and then I just see glowing spot on top of a lamppost.
You know what? Fair. There you are.
Turns out unmounting while on top of a lamppost is more picky than you'd think.
I can believe it. Hi, Arenvald. Arenvald and Fordola, eh? What could that mean?
Ere we begin, I would like to offer my gratitude to Masters Thancred and Eorzea. Tis no small feat to infiltrate the Imperial capital and live to tell the tale, much less in times of civil war. Thanks to them, we may plot our course in full knowledge of how the winds blow in Garlemald.
Full glad are we to have been of service. But verily, such dangers as we did encounter pale into insignificance next to those faced by our comrades. An Ascian, armed with the might of Bahamut, bent on bringing about the final days.
Theatrics. He sought only to make a show of the power at the Teleforoi's disposal. But since then we have seen no sign of this Fandaniel or his worm. And while we've done what we can to bolster our defenses, there's no telling where he might strike next.
Whenever and wherever it may be, we must use the intervening time to learn more of our enemy. 'Twas with this in mind that we dispatched scouts to investigate the towers.
Our advance party took longer than expected to return. And when they did, they tried to kill us. Luckily, I'd seen that sort of thing before, and we were able to restrain them before they did any harm. Then it was just a matter of letting the Porksies do their work.
Are you saying they were tempered?
Once they'd come back to their senses, they told us everything they could. It seems that just as they were getting close to the tower, they heard an ear-splitting roar. And that was the last thing they remembered. But what worries me most is what they were saying right before they attacked. Glory be to Garlemald.
The Tempered have heretofore ever been thralls to primal entities. Yet these hapless souls were compelled to accept a nation as the object of their devotion. This calleth into question all that we know of the condition.
Would that the unsettling news ended there. Alas, there is more. Following the earlier reports of missing Amalja, we have learnt that other beast tribes have suffered similar losses. And we now have reason to believe that the abductions are connected to the appearance of the towers. Our scouts sighted black-garbed figures leading shackled Ixal in the direction of the tower in Dravania. The Temple Knights were able to intercept them before they could reach their destination, liberating the Ixal and apprehending their captors, each of whom was found to be equipped with Garlean arms and armor.
Okay, Brain is trying to remember.
So the Empire is the common thread.
It's this new group led by the new Ascian dude.
It
Okay.
seems likely that Fandaniel has rallied a faction of the splintered Garlean army to the banner of the Telophoroi.
Lord Hien reached the same conclusion when I shared our findings with Doma. The plan had been to march on Garlemald from the east and west in order to force a peace treaty. But the situation has changed. Dealing with the threat of the towers must come first. Given the nature of the enemy and the proven risk of tempering, I could think of few suitable candidates to aid in this task. But I am confident in my choice.
What?
Resistant to primal influence as they are, they can investigate the towers without fear of being turned.
We are glad to put our gifts to use, Commander.
Gifted or not, going behind enemy lines remains a perilous undertaking. But we must know more if we're to strike back at our foe. I'm counting on you.
If it would give us the upper hand, I'd do it 100 times over. We won't let you down.
That concludes the briefing. You two, make ready and join your escort.
Are you certain about this, Arenvold?
I am. Come on, let's talk outside.
Right in the conversation there. And a boop. Warden bulb. Now that it's out in the open, I don't have to keep it under my proverbial hat anymore.
So you know, I've already gone through all the formalities at the Rising Stones. Made sure to inform Jamoldra and Vmar at Ralga's Reach as well.
Arenvold, I admire your enthusiasm, but this is far more dangerous than anything you have done before.
I know the risks. And I also know what's in store if we don't stop Fandaniel from carrying out his plan. With this power of mine, I can make a difference. If I stood idly by, I would regret it for the rest of my life.
And you, Fordola? Is this what you want?
What are you asking me for? It's not like I have any say in the matter.
Don't pretend. We both know Commander Aldin gave you a chance to refuse. And you didn't.
So the Empire's finished, is it? But that's what they're all saying. That the great and glorious Garlemald slit its own throat. And now, from out of its twitching carcass crawls the Telophoroi with bloody Xenos at its head! I fought for Garlemald. Killed for Garlemald. What was I part of? I need to know. Whatever it is, I need to know.
Very well. If your hearts are set on this, I shall not stand in your way.
Fist bump.
If you've finished with your touching display of camaraderie, I have a question. Which tower are you planning to investigate, exactly?
Well, the one in Girabani is said to be tightly guarded. It's patrol after patrol out there, apparently. We'd be spotted before we got anywhere near it. Which is why we've set our sights on the one in Pagalthan instead. There shouldn't be anything like as many Imperials to worry about down there.
Even so, I doubt the local Amalja will look kindly on it if they catch you sneaking around in their territory.
Fordola and I had a chance to learn the lie of the land in our previous forays there. We might still find trouble, but at least we won't lose our way.
Much against Alphino's will.
Well, we'd best not keep them waiting any longer.
Mayhap when all of this is over, we could take another trip to Loxeld. I would have you know I've become a rather capable swimmer since our last visit.
Ha! I'll believe that when I see it. Though, to be fair, getting into deep water does seem to be a scion's lot in life. Take care, eh?
There he goes.
It means a lot, you know. You coming with me.
I'll still owe you for saving my skin, don't I? Can't return the favour if I'm not there.
I dare say you'll get your chance before long. That Fandaniel sounds like a tricky customer. Too much for the likes of me, anyway. But we both know I'd just be another soldier if it weren't for my gift. And I need to be a damn sight more than that given what's coming. I realise I can't hold a candle to a hero like the Warrior of Light, or Alphino for that matter. He might look like he's 12, but he's seen more action than most people see in a lifetime. No, the fact is I'm nothing like them, and maybe I never will be. But I'll be damned if I don't try. They're counting on me. On us. So let's give it our all.
He does not want for conviction, that much is certain. So let us have faith in him. Him and Fordola both. While they see to the towers, I would attend to another task. Chasing down this lunar Bahamut.
Bloody thing. Can you hear me? It's Tataru. I'm happy to say we've managed to find Estinian. And I'm sorry to say he went running off again the moment we told him about Bahamut. But he did mutter something about heading to Ishgard, so if you're quick, you might still be able to catch him.
Even if we set out this instant, he may already have left by the time we arrive. Have her send the Bonanza to Ishgard. It may prove useful should we need to give chase.
I love how if there's anyone who'd be able to track down Estinian, it would be Tataru.
Gladly. I'll see to it as soon as Kryl and I get back to the Rising Stones. Good luck.
While you go off on your dragoon hunt, Urianger and I will return to headquarters.
It is wild
We
how
have
much
much
of
to tell the
Estinian
others.
story is him just doing his own thing and occasionally crossing paths.
I wish you
yeah.
every success in your search for our elusive.
That's pretty much just him
May
at
you
this
all
point.
meet again ere long.
I mean, look at what happened with Stormblood.
Yeah. Complete! Did not realize that meeting ended so soon. The part I was thinking of is later. Level 80 quest, here be dragons.
Yeah, when I hear meeting and see and hear a voice cussing, I expect it to take longer than it did.
Yeah. So Estinian was bound for Ishgard. Whatever it is that brings him home, we must hope it will keep him there long enough for us to find him. Come, there's no time to lose. And away we go.
Up to Foundation.
And here we are. I'm still working on... Go ahead.
That phrase has slightly been messed with in my brain because of Kirby.
What phrase?
And here we are.
Oh. And we're here. Yeah, I still have job and role quest stuff to go through, but otherwise this is the last parts of Shadowbringers that will be recorded. All present? Good. Let's split up and search for Estinian. Since we're relatively new to this place, Graha and I will look around the open spaces, the squares and markets and whatnot. You and Harris can delve into the nooks and crannies. Very well. Let us reconvene at the airship landing later, with or without Estinian. Good luck. I think I shall begin at the Skystone Manufactory, so perhaps you could try the congregation? Lucia may well have heard news of our friend's return. Alright. I'm gonna go say hi to Lucia. Hi.
You okay there, Red?
Yep.
Just following the wall there, aren't you? Good morrow to you, Warrior of Light. Lord Emmerich sent word that you would be attending the meeting in Alamigo, so I gather you have not come in search of him. To what then do we owe the pleasure of your visit? We're looking for Estinian, actually. I see. No, we were not aware Sir Estinian had returned to Ishgard, but, as I expect you remember, he is wont to come and go as he pleases. Mayhap he came taking an audience with Lord Emmerich, only to find him absent. In any event, I'm afraid I cannot help you. Perhaps one of your companions has fared better. It's like, well, we've done all we can here. Alright, to the Athenaeum Astrologicum. Love that 5-frame load-in time. And cutscene. Boop. Wrong thing.
I love how Graha's one comment is, wow, this guy really is elusive.
No sign of him. Not that I've ever met him before, but
of course
the
he
way
knows elusive
Alphinaud
jump.
goes on about him, I'm fairly sure I could pick him out in a crowd.
Speaking of which, it does seem awfully quiet.
Yeah,
if the
you really
erstwhile
could.
Azure
You
Dragoon
really
had
could.
returned to Ishgard, would it not be a source of general excitement?
I mean, we got the other one right here.
First the Scion's Coinkeeper, and now you.
There he is.
I'm beginning to think these meetings are more than mere coincidence. Not that I'm complaining.
I forgot about this part.
Long.
Too long.
Oh my god. It's
You look
you
an
know.
inch taller and twice as rugged. It suits you, Alphinaud.
Music fades out.
Quieter though.
And that's where that meme comes from.
Lessons on how to be the strong,
The
silent
second I
type.
saw him walk over to Alice, I was like, oh no.
I am not.
Oh no, he even had pets. Oh god.
If the two of you are such firm friends, perhaps you should remember what he looks like.
I love you just
What do you
see
mean,
me in the
rugged?
background looking back and forth like, oh god.
Just,
Had my brother mentioned what an oaf you are, I'd never have bothered looking for you in the first place.
Estinian Wormblood, the Azure Dragoon. He who fought and felled the dread worm Nidhogg at the Warrior of
And
Light.
Graha's just starstruck.
To think the day would come when I should see this living legend with my own eyes.
Would someone mind explaining what is going on?
Might want to sit down.
Is
It's a bit of a
everything all
story.
right? I thought I heard Alize shouting.
Oh my god, the fact that you can actually see his eyes shine when he starts gushing. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Estinian! It's been too long.
One story later.
No, it's quite understandable. That was hardly the first time we've been confused for one another. Nor, I suspect, will it be the last.
Well, I, for one, will not be making that mistake again. What I will say, for the second time today, is that you've grown. Inside and out. I can tell.
One can't remain a spoiled little lordling forever, you know.
At least someone's having a good time.
She's still fuming.
You know, when we were growing up, Alphino would never befriend other boys because he couldn't stand the thought of not being in charge. But maybe that's changed. He seems just as happy around Estinian as he does Arenvald.
I think he learned how to talk with people rather than at them.
I mean, the Crystal Brave situation will do that to you.
I wouldn't be so sure. He still loves nothing better than the sound of his own voice.
No rest for the righteous, eh? Speaking of which, I was just on my way to borrow an airship to take me to Azisla.
Azisla? How could I forget? The dragon with whom Bahamut shared the deepest of bonds.
Aye, Tiamat, his mate. Even now she remains imprisoned on Azisla, though her remorse binds her faster than any shackle.
I see. As the one who first summoned Bahamut, you believe she may be able to shine some light on his latest incarnation. Might I suggest that we make the journey to Azisla together? I'm not sure if Tataru mentioned this, but we Scions have an airship of our own now.
I see no reason why not. Assuming your sister can bear the thought of sharing a deck with me.
Be my guest. But confuse me with Alphino again and I'll throw you overboard. Ugh! I don't know who he thinks he is, but he's nothing like Alphino painted him to be.
I will admit, he is not exactly as I imagined him either. Based on what I had read of the man, I think I was expecting someone a little less blunt?
A little less blunt. Oh shit. Took us directly there. Cool. Hello. And a boop. God, that is such a good scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think Alistair was expecting head pats today.
I don't think she ever expects head pats. And she doesn't generally seem like the kind who enjoys it.
Exactly.
Hell, the Midgard Summer was there to introduce me. Pizza. Congratulations, you've done a main story quest. Have some pizza. Little lady, a righteous indignation. Tiamat awaits. This way. And thank God we can fly. Hi, Red.
Yep, it's time for me to be in the cutscene.
Time for all of us to be in a cutscene.
Yeah. Different one than the one I'm in, but you'll get there.
Yeah.
It's plain she knows naught of recent events. Perhaps you should enlighten her.
I mean, how would she, frankly? It's like, so since we've last met.
I've seen it with my own eyes. Captives of a lost empire, neither alive nor dead, existing only to preserve Bahamut's corporeal form.
The coils.
Your children's pain means nothing to them. They laugh at your kind suffering. But tears will not right this wrong, nor will lamentation see the perpetrators punished. Behavior befitting a great worm. We came here to ask mighty Tiamat of the First Brood, consort of Bahamut, mother of the dragons of Mericidia, what she intends to do about the crimes committed against her children.
you too were exposed to his influence. That you are yet in possession of your own will is testament to the indomitable strength of your soul. But were you to meet with Bahamut again, you fear you might succumb.
On the matter of Bahamut's influence, at least, I believe we can be of some assistance. If you're afraid of being enthralled, don't be. We have a cure. And while we've never tried it on one such as you, its basic principles are universal.
There is no future for those bound to the past. That you committed a terrible sin, I do not dispute. But if you feel remorse, you may yet make amends. We offer you that chance. Take it, or you will forever remain a prisoner, not of these cruel shackles, but of your own guilt.
Sahan, Setso, King Bahamut.
What?
I think I'm a little ahead of you, so I'm on the Gratias scene that just I love one of Estinian's lines.
That smirk. Oh, we're just hopping back in. Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy how shiny the regalia became in the recent lighting patches. I sometimes forget just how reflective the surface got. I think I might roulette pulls it again.
The earth.
God, I forgot how tall these are. It was the "and Osataru" line that got me to laugh.
Gotcha. Understandable. Have a great day. God, this place is fucking huge.
I was holding the space bar for a while.
Thank God for the auto run. Here we are. Get off the dog. Let us split up and search the flagship for the node that controls Tiamat's restraints. But should you find a likely candidate, do not be tempted to make any adjustments. We're not due to accidentally release some manner of experimental monstrosity, nor less Tiamat herself in her current state. Our objective at this stage is simply to identify the relevant node or nodes. Once we have learned what we can, we should reconvene and compare notes prior to proceeding. So we're just looking for shit. Malodorous node. Gain critical levels, but retreat to a safe distance. Okay, not that one. Obstreperous node. That's a new word. Link with Delta Quadrant broken. Must cause intruder interference. Automated combat units proceed. Woo! Warning. Scheduled track and restraint maintenance due in negative 2,020 years. Failure to verify system integrity may result in unscheduled specimen release. Well, I think we found it. I'm afraid Asini and I have little to show for our efforts. Did you find anything? Yes, a chirping node which spontaneously warned me about neglecting the dragon restraints. Spontaneously, you say? Well, that does sound promising. Almost suspiciously so, in fact. But then you were in possession of the spirit vessel. Dare say it is indeed the node of which Graha spoke. And it was chirping, you say? Very well, let's take a closer look. Do you wish to operate the dragon restraint mechanisms? You do not have the requisite access privileges. Operation of the dragon restraint mechanisms may only be undertaken by the chief technologist and members of the royal family. Or those with a vessel full of royal blood, perhaps. Field trial spirit vessel. One never knows when a small portion of royal Allegan blood might come in handy, which is why Grahatia keeps his vessel about his person. And a boop. New user detected. System update required. I could hazard a guess. Just smash it to pieces.
fantasy world, you gotta deal with tech support.
Even in the future, nothing works.
Well, I mean, the Elegants weren't exactly the future, remember?
I mean, further in time, they probably were. Conversely, this is the future from the Alligans, so...
I love how Estinian is already done with Allegan tech bullshit.
He's just like, I'm just here to stab things. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Adding user to terminal. This way, please. Ah, this is why I remember this taking so long. Okay. I keep thinking to myself, I remember us being here on Azaslaw for a bit. I can never quite remember why. And now I know.
Oh boy.
Oh, must be...
Over here.
Oh. Excellent. And cutscene. $56.135. $42.002. Required for update 5 years.
Christ.
To him too? Certainly, after I've wiped the smile off his face.
Man, not gonna lie, I kind of forgot that Alice never met Estinian before now.
Nope. She was MIA for the majority of Heavensward.
Yep.
By the time she did get back into the plot, Estinian was already out and doing his thing. Alright. God, I wish this place had more than one aetheryte.
At least it has an ether, right?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's required to have at least one.
Yeah, but you know what I'm thinking of.
I guess.
Prey return.
Oh. Well, there's a reason for that one.
Yeah, I know.
Whether or not you consider that a good reason is up for debate, but there was a reason. And we're back. I am going to turn on my AC quick.
Had to do that yesterday. Not today, though. I have to turn the heat back on.
Time for the power of Pig.
Power of Pig. The power of flying pigs. I still find that hilarious. When are we going to have a cure for tempering? When pigs fly. Alice comes back from the first. Guess what, motherfuckers?
It's like, yeah, about that. Everybody else is like, God damn it, Alice.
Oh boy, it's time to ask Grandma about her stories. Maricidia is a place that I think the player base has been wanting to explore for a while.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It makes sense considering how fucking often it's brought up.
It's almost like, as Tiamat's mentioning here, it was basically Dragon Homeland for a bit.
And I mean, another dragon-based expansion wouldn't go awry, let's be real. Probably. I mean, people like Heavensward, so.
Yeah, I mean, the whole Dragon Sun War thing is a really interesting part of the lore.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in the background. I knew this wasn't going to be easy. No patient could have prepared me for treating a great worm. We're close. I can feel it. I've only got a few more drops of ether left to give. With yours and Graha's, this will work. And I believe I speak for both of us when I say you may take as much as you require. Careful, I might hold you to that. Right, here I go.
No! I'm almost there!
Like we've still got plenty.
This is it, Angelo!
Es ließ an, Nick es tai.
Did it work?
We won't know for certain until the shackles are removed. Many have been subjected to the Allagan's dark arts, their flesh irrevocably altered. For such tortured souls, I fear there can be no salvation.
Angin. Slosk an ol folkel an. Slosk seth som in an. Afaten. Mon ud. Wan an. Lis an. Do ud an.
When that time comes, you won't be alone. We'll stand by you.
She's in an enemy.
Alphino's ready. It's time. Do it. And let's hope the treatment worked as it should.
Bahamut an esk. Urjas. Ul asa. Face an.
Oh boy.
By the gods!
Urianger, your timing could not be better. Understood, we're on our way. It's Bahamut. He's been sighted over Pagalthan. He flies for the largest amount of settlement in the region, at the head of a vast host, including dragons.
Did you hear all that, Alphino? You'd best rejoin your comrades. I'll make my own way. Our enemy awaits. Shall we?
Yep. You know, I do have to wonder what kind of leg strength you get as a dragoon that lets you just yeet yourself into the sky like that. That is the wrong control.
I like to imagine those blocks you can punch out of the way in like Doom. Yeah, just kick those.
Well, I'm sure you're desperate to join Estinian and Tiamat's battle. It would be wise to gather the full strength of the Scions first, before we face demands no less.
Yep.
For vengeance! Alright. Now, before we continue on, we unfortunately need to end things off here. Thank you all so much for joining us. If you liked this video, leave a like and a comment. If you want to see more, hit subscribe and the bell, and we'll see you guys next time.